All right, we're gonna do in-cab brake inspection. So we're gonna start. I'm going to start with the seat belt. No cut, locks and unlocks. I'll make sure I leave it on for safety. Now, the next thing I will check will be my mirrors. I will check the mirrors to make sure that they're properly adjusted for me to look to the back of the trailer. The mirrors are not cracked, not broken, and they're safely secure. Windshield, make sure that it's not cracked, it is not broken, and there's no legal stickers blocking my view. Now, after my windshield, I would like to do a safe start so I could check the gauges. So I'm gonna do a safe start. Make sure it's on neutral. Make sure the brakes are on. Now I will start the key. I'll wait for my ABS light to go off. My ABS light should come off. Now it went off. I'm gonna start the truck. Now I'm gonna start with the gauges on this side. I'm gonna start with the water temperature gauge. The cooling gauge should not be broken. It should be at a proper level. My oil temperature gauge. My oil gauge should be at a proper level. My gauge should not be broken. It is at a proper level. My voltmeter, my battery meter should not be broken. It should be at a proper level. Fuel, I got enough fuel for the end of the day to go fill up at a gas station. Now, my primary and my secondary air tanks should not be broken, and they should be between 100 and 125. They both are, so they're working properly. Now, I'm gonna go to my headlights. I'm gonna turn my headlights on, and then I'm gonna check my light indicators. I'm gonna start with my high beam. My high beam should not be cracked, should not be broken. It is working properly. Low beam. Right turn signal. My right turn signal indicator is working properly. Left turn signal. My left turn signal is working. Then my four-way flashers. My four-way flasher indicators are working properly. And then I'm gonna press this so I could go to my wipers and my windshield water. Yup. They're both working properly. They work in good condition. Now I'm gonna come to the CD horn. That's my CD horn. It's working. Good. Air horn. My air horn is working properly. Now I'm gonna check my heater, my defrost. I check my defrost to make sure that it's working properly. Yep, it is working. Now I gotta check to make sure my heater is working properly. Yep, that's working. Now, before I move on to my brake test, I just remember my FFT. My FFT is my fire extinguisher, which is in the storage compartment, and my fire extinguisher should be charged and it should be up to date. My fuses, I should check here to make sure I have extra fuses. And my 3 reflector triangles, they should be in my storage box, and I should have 3 reflected triangles. Now, I'm gonna continue to do my brake test. For my brake test, I gotta make sure I'm on neutral, and I'm gonna turn off my truck. But now that it's off, I want my gauges to work. So I'm gonna turn them on to make sure that my gauges are working. And my ABS light goes off. As soon as my ABS light goes off, I'm gonna take my brakes off. There, I took my brakes off. So now, after everything settles, everything is good, I'm gonna count. I'm gonna press my service brake and I'm gonna hold it for 1 minute. I should not lose 4 PSI per 1 minute. Okay? Now that I did not lose 4 PSI for 1 minute, the tester is gonna tell you to continue, to go to the next step. So my next step is gonna be leak down. I'm gonna press the service brake until my air tanks get at 60 PSI so I could get a buzzer and a light. There it is. There's a buzzer and there's a warning light. My buzzer and my warning light are working properly.